So here's a fun tune to kind of mess around with solo-wise. Dr. Dog's Where'd All the Time Go? It's only really a few chords. The verse is D to G. Where'd all the time go? It's starting to fly. See how the hands go, waving goodbye. Then E minor to A. And you know I get so forgetful. Back to D. When I look in your eyes. And then the chorus is just G, ba-da-da-da, F sharp to B minor. On the go, way too fast and way too slow. She'll turn to stone in hospitals and funeral homes. And then at the end it goes, when the fog rises, goes into 3/4 for a second. Somebody sinks and is gone in the blink of an eye. And then back into 4/4. If you want to make that more interesting, you can put the bass line in and sort of play it with chord shapes. So the bass line, well, the chords are just normally hitting either on the D. Where'd all the time go? The bass line's going. So the first things first, you learn the bass line. There might even be a tab out there. For the sake of brevity, I'm not going to really go too direct into the exact specifics here. These are more just ideas. But so you could go. Now here, I'm going to use this version of the G. If you're familiar with the caged system, it's sort of like we're capoing at the 7th fret and making a C shape. And the reason I'm going to do that is because if I want to do that part of the bass riff, it's a lot easier to use this G than it would be to use this G. So I could go. Now what I'm doing here is I'm keeping the top of that G shape while moving down the bass line. And then what I'm doing down here is I'm repeating the bass line until I come back to where I'm at with the D. What else is in the song? When it goes, you know I get so forgetful when I look in your eyes. There's another guitar that makes that noise. Then the bass does that, so play both parts. Look in your eyes. And you know I get so and here I'm just doing inversions. When you know I get so if you're playing your bar E minor, another way to play this is by putting the minor third in the bass and keeping the top of the chord the same. So there you got an E minor. And then another thing you can do is you can then make this the bass note for another inversion, which would be 10th fret, 9th fret, 9th fret, 12th fret. So I was just sort of going down those inversions there. And then because I'm already up here, I think it makes less sense to jump down to this A. So maybe I'll go. And here I'm doing an A shape here, and then an A7 here, so that I can come and resolve to this D. Another cool thing you can do is like right before the chorus, so there I'm just doing an A power chord, 7th fret, mute, 6th fret, 7th fret, then you move that up a half step. It's kind of like you're doing a 7th chord up here, but you're moving the root out of the way and you're putting the 5th in the bass. So And this is just an inversion, first inversion of an A chord. It's a useful thing to know. Whatever bar chord you're doing in this shape, if you go up a whole step and you do this shape, it'd be like 9, mute 7, 9. It gives you access to some notes up there. But you can play it with your pinky here too if you don't want to have to play anything. It's good to be able to play it in both ways. So yeah. Whoa. So yeah, I'm just kind of noodling around, but or another cool thing you can do on the A. The A shape, you can kind of just superimpose the top shapes of the chord scale. I'm doing like an A7, B minor sus, C, D, E minor, F sharp minor, G, and then an A7. I'm superimposing those chords. So you can go like back to D, or you can kind of move between them. Or you can go like kind of do a little half step chromatic thing. And these are all kind of cool mechanisms to practice. I use this one all the time. And yeah, they're just kind of useful for messing around with stuff solo-wise.